You may remember this video and the pictures from back in February. It's where officers served a search warrant and found a small dog starving to death along with a 2-year-old surrounded by drugs, scales, a gun, and a lot of money. At the time, Chico the Chihuahua weighed less than 3 pounds. The man who lived in that apartment, Antonio Morales, will stand trial in August. He faces several charges, including neglect of a dependent and animal cruelty. Chico's progress is something we've been asked about dozens of times, and you might remember back in March we reported that he did indeed find a new home. Let me welcome this morning Chico and his new owner, Officer Brock Williams. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Good morning.
How is Chico doing?
He's doing great. He's fitting right in, gets along with the other dogs perfectly. He eats real well now. So as you can see, he's looking healthy. He's looking very healthy.
Now, I understand you were actually one of the officers who responded to this scene?
Yes.
What was it like that day when you first saw Chico?
It was heartbreaking. You go into a house and you're in somebody else's domain, you know, and working warrants 4.5 years, you know that nothing is typical when you go to somebody's house. Looking for somebody, it's supposed to be your typical arrest and be done with it. And, you know, we go in, we find drugs, guns. Upon getting the search warrant, finding him wrapped in a blanket, it was heart-wrenching.
At what point did you know you wanted to adopt Chico?
Well, immediately, you know, being compassionate for animals, I had seen his condition, so I felt really sorry for him. Knowing we had 2 other dogs, at first it didn't seem like it'd be a reality, but tossed around in my head, and then my wife actually had mentioned, you know, what if we adopted him? And I thought, yeah, that's the open door, so we went with it.
That's a fantastic story, too, for one of the men who literally rescued you, Chico, and now you get to live with him. That's great. How has his recovery been? Has it been a long road since February?
He's adjusting. He's still, like, coming into the studio today, he had his tail between his legs. He's kind of shaking right now. So taking him to new areas, you know, it's an adjustment. So
sure.
He's coming out of it, though. He gets along with the family great.
What advice do you have for anyone who might come across signs of animal cruelty?
Absolutely report it. Animal Care and Control, they did wonders with him, and they do a good job there. They got a program to where you can even call them. They'll come out and get your dog or pet if you can't handle it. So that's what I'd suggest, report it or let somebody know.
Well, you have a great story, and I'm so glad to hear that Chico has a good home. I'm sure everyone at home is glad to hear it, too. We got so many phone calls and emails wondering about him, so it's great to have an update. I appreciate you coming in this morning.
Well, thank you.